I think so far so good for Kim Promise, and you see in the industry we were seeing him as somebody who is not so interested in what is going on locally.
Okay.
But now he is picking up a new interest that we think it will be good for his career. Okay. And so far so good for him. He is connecting with the corporate organizations in a way that we think it is even good for the industry. And again, he is also connecting with the industry folks, and this is what we are looking for. Because of that, I would say that Stonebwoy has done something good that we have to praise him for.
Okay.
And that is, after winning, he did something that people who are following him or after his win, you have to work so hard to also keep up.
Yeah. Kind Ketesi Anod Asamoah Bedu. Sisia Onoye Aisha Modi no.
Enabler. He's the industry enabler.
Yeah. So it's a good thing for his brand. I believe that he's going to do a lot. I don't want to see him rest because we are expecting more from him. Okay. It is not just about doing activations and other things. We are looking out for the tours. He's coming out with a new single. We are looking out for it big time. We want it to be big. So there are a lot of expectations around him, but this is something I'm telling the whole world or the whole of Ghana, that people should limit their expectations around him, because this is his first time and he's an artist. Aside him being an artist, he's human. A lot of things can go south. Okay. So limit your expectations around him. But I believe in Ken Promise. I have loved his works from time back, and I believe that this season he's going to press more next.
The kid can one day say I'm no more interested in the contract, and nothing will happen to the kid. The idea is that or your mind or need legal capacity to agree to whatever contract that will go on. And we know that Kwachi, apart from being the manager, or some legal guy there because or any ba.
Yeah.
Yes, he's the father. And you know, or no, and legally, Abia or best sign proper contract. And I say, or negotiation, whatever will go on, Kwachi nebe. And you know, me, I was expecting say even symbolically, I think Kwachi ni who say Abia or sign na akra ni jina ho. Because you know say akra no onru age or no bit to me assign contract.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that their legal team will not say that let the boy sign the real deal, because at the end of the day, if the boy decides to say, see, I'm not doing this thing again, you cannot even hold him responsible because he's a minor. You've lost. Yeah. You understand? So this is a lose to the company. They've already lost. If that was the real deal, the boy signed.
Sometimes when we come back to have this conversation, I for one, I feel always very uncomfortable. And especially if it has to do with people who have been in the industry for quite some time and are supposed to know better. Me, I always say that. See, whatever there is to know in this industry, if you are a newbie, it takes 5 years. After 5 years, whatever there is to know, you know. How to make money, how they can mess you up, how people can collapse your business, how people would want to destroy you, like how to be happy in this industry. After 5 years, if you don't learn all of these, or if you don't go through all of these phases, forget this industry is not for you.
Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
Okay, so obviously you can see this is a different setting of Showbiz Daily. It is not as if something strange has happened. Nothing do we. Only our brother came to visit us from America, Marshall, and this is a send-off show. This is Marshall's send-off show. So because it is his send-off show, and fortunately for us, it happened to be on a Friday, then we said, oh, then let's open it up. Come to the office and have a chit chat, at least talk about his experience so far in Ghana. And after that, we can say goodbye to him, wish him well until he arrives in his base in the US of A, so we can continue with other duties. So today, the house is a full house. I am already here. In Team Dode Solomon, Chemo is also here. Of course, the send-off boy is also here, Marshall. And Marshall will introduce the gentleman in black. Marshall, because you brought
Victory,
him.
my friend.
What's the name again?
Victory.
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 Okay, I know where he comes from.
Yeah. I can guess.
I know where he comes from. I know where he comes from because he's Victory. Of course, OK Joseph is also in the cut, and Roland Amate at the extreme, and we are just taking it cool. But first, let's ask Marshall that how is Ghana looking for you? Because you don't live with us here, and you came for how long have you stayed though?
I've been here for a month.
A month. Oh, wow, that's good. Looking at the time you were living here, you went out, now you are back. What can you say to those?
I was here Christmas too.
You were here in Christmas. No, but it doesn't matter. You still don't live here. So life here and there, any change, any difference? Are you impressed with a little progress that Mahama and Akufo-Addo they have brought to us?
For me, I'm very impressed by not what the politicians are doing, but by what the people of Ghana are doing. Like serious progress in terms of the infrastructure, like the buildings people live in. You see, every time you come, you see new buildings sprouting up on the street somewhere, or in certain neighborhoods.
In waterways.
That one, and I feel say that's very impressive.
Okay.
Ghana is developing very fast. And of course, every year they go faster than the previous year. See, sometimes I can see Niska, sometimes wonder, like in just 2 days, you see a structure coming up.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things I'm impressed by. And for me, as someone who doesn't live here, here is more relaxing. We have pressures in America. I had them say, "Entesa." Like I had them, but we're chill. I know for me it's a vacation, but you hear what I like. It's I see it as a vacation for me. But Obia or I had them say be home differently.
Yeah.
But still, make sure as a time I had them say the way people live here now, it seems more relaxed. It's not stressful as much as it is for people in America or in Europe and some other countries. And here there's a sense of community. When I'm going home to miss you, Obi, to me in the bunker. What's that? So that one itself was very therapeutic to be on the road, to be able to talk to someone. In America, saw a stalker. Some places be on me are very nice. Some other places be a hard man. Say big cities, no bit will be a vibe. But a bit myself, neighbor next door. Unim the team, unim the family, unim anyone. But here can't be like that. People are so there is a sense of community here, and here there is a very, very difficult to be alone. Sorry, a Pia Bonte, I could not buy a binanco for her ball. Now, so do I know to Manchester Sound. Of course, Manchester Sound.
Boss,
it's very easy. So me there, I always choose here. Minister Kofeka said, "Go jam wage me." But fact, I always choose here.
Okay.
I always choose here. America.
Let me ask the hard one. If at the moment you are now you've tasted both worlds, if you have to choose where to live permanently, where will you choose?
If economically, because someone make quarter of.
Yeah,
because someone make quarter of the million America, I'll live in Ghana.
Okay.
What did I say? Oh, my quarter, and even half. My quarter, I'll live in Ghana.
economically. Nti ahokyere na nti na ma odwane.
When I say ahokyere no be adequate.
Yeah.
It's not like
Of course, yeah.
some people pedantic just 2 days work of heavy. Yeah. What does it? You want to see?
Cash group, yeah.
Go New York na go
Over to my next day. What I say? Could do 1 weekend be our but we need name. We are there now. What I say? It's not like so like who choose your approach, and also you also choose it for the opportunities. To say like I remember back in 2018 we video be of a student now government they say more far immigration for Kumasi. I'm sure like the 10th year. Jesus, it's like about 2 miles.
Okay.
Now I'm going for dimna yesi find part 3,000 that time. But nipa na omudi line no more just Kumasi, which is just one part. It was scary. So Bibisano for me, I'll be like, I'm thankful, sir. Me and mommy bang go through this process. So I say these are some of the little things. Be like what I say, you benefit from being out there. Say you really struggle before you join here. Which one commerce scan class so still scanning could do that. What I say, open so immigration or something. You want to know someone. Open employment, but you have to know the system. No, so some of these few things need be hard. It's like okay, I don't mind sacrificing my time and the time I'm coming back to Ghana vibe be different for every weekend and all that to be there. But ideally we use any money free mu to so obi a no onimo obi a ba se ne ba person kwa amia ya dun be rema me afford it for any like the tuition fees but me affording the rent and I'll choose here over America.
All right, so that was just to set the tone for America. The send-off conversation, and that's the Ghana thing. But we are in it. Yeah, the Oba Odeshi.
Living legends. What they said on Summer.
Odeshi, Jidabu, Kuntai. But let me come back to you and let's start a conversation, an industry conversation. Last night we saw King Promise having a celebration of the Artist of the Year win with his team alongside Hennessy. And I want to believe King Promise has kicked off his Artist of the Year antics. Is that a good setup or you are even expecting more?
Of course, I am expecting more. Medika, like on our previous edition, said when it comes to King Promise and some of the things that he has in life after winning the Artist of the Year or even after that particular competition, I am privy to certain conversations and even from afar, if you've studied King Promise very well, you will know, say, he has a target. And so far, this Artist of the Year will win the target. He wants to he wants to make a statement. And that statement goes beyond him winning this Artist of the Year. It is when winning the kind of pressure I'm going to go amount for console, even before we enter into next year, that is the next edition, would have been stronger than what he did in the previous year. And so I'm not surprised. Besides, in where we find ourselves, it is about you celebrating your wins. Say count your blessings, name them one by one. And that is what King Promise is doing. And there is nothing wrong with it. For me, I was very happy when I saw that particular soiree of people being there, celebrating with him and all of that. And again, I've seen even companies now ambassador to them, celebrating him on their socials. And to me,
I think the other day he went to EcoBank. And now with Henny.
Of course. So at least this is also to strengthen that bond. Say, okay, it's a contract. This is the time for you to renew it or for you to even think of renewal. Because online, we've seen it. And I know it is one of people's worries. Say, okay, we've seen people who won Artist of the Year and within some few months or after, subsequently, they did not see them again or did not feel that form of vibrancy. And to me, I am very happy, say, at least King Promise is starting this week. And I know, say, this is just the beginning of neck pressing for King Promise.
This
is the beginning of neck pressing because we've seen Charlie, right say the green in our airport. Yeah, now what may my masters know baby at your move person.
Them dead.
May say Obia come bu okroma.
And on manu bio show this.
Nothing to my shoulder. Sponsor my masters. So for me, I think it is good for him. It is good for his brand equity. It is good for at least, if not for anything at all, to strengthen the social capital in the industry. Because, like over the years, we've seen that as a King Promise, I'm not for who say Oye Juma. But when it comes to his connection with the industry, in terms of how he mingles with people in the industry and all of that, it is one of those things that people saw some form of disconnect. So today, I am happy to say, okay, if not for anything at all, he is now beginning to bring people close to him. And that is how you build a community. There are so many people who are big, but whenever there is conversation about them and it is negative, hardly do you get people coming to their defense like, okay, mostly it happens with people who have huge fan bases. And here I can cite Shatawale, Stoneboy, Sarkodie, and the rest. Other than that, there are some people that the moment it is negative about them, hardly do you get like people committed to say we are defending the person or we are protecting the person. And with this particular move, if not for anything at all, it will help King Promise because the caliber of people that I saw there, no wonder the conversation was good time for him.
I see.
Because I said, I was looking at, like, I was following the conversation from the beginning of the competition and I was like, I said, yet me to me no be neutralizing missile no will be before it lands. Not knowing.
I'm
the whole industry was behind him.
So Safo and other Samoa Bedu and the likes, I believe also helped him in terms of conversation.
Okay.
Because when it comes to the words, and he's still doing it. But the only thing that was lacking for King Promise was the conversation around him. And I always say that when it comes to conversation about brands, it is not something that you can seasonal. You can't be I say you can't be because whatever they do as creatives, they don't do it seasonal. They do it every day. They record almost every day or in a week. They do something connecting to their brand and to their work. So if they need some form of talkability, it's supposed to be continuous, like just as they do it, just as they work. So King Promise sells out this auditorium and was say man for no more and was so activities are form of talkability. So for me, I'm happy that if not for anything at all, was started say on year before. Now he started it and he's building a community. And I hope say by next edition, I will not be surprised if he comes again as one of the high contenders for that particular spot.
Well, so still about King Promise Artist of the Year celebrations from EcoBank to Hennessy, and he keeps going. I think somewhere last weekend he was in is it Zambia? He was in Zambia for some NBA kind of halftime show be like that, and that is all. Okay, so come through. Are you loving the energy, how he started?
Yeah, I think that so far King Promise has proven to us all that he deserves this title, you know. Earlier some of us had doubts that he can handle it. You know, when you win
Ziga will not agree.
No, you see, when you win Artist of the Year, it comes with a whole lot of responsibilities. And King Promise, I believe, was on a mission even before he won Artist of the Year. But for that moment, I thought he wasn't ready for it. But he has proven some of us wrong. That, see, I am ready, I can carry this mantle, and I can take Ghana to the world, because he is currently a representation in the world market. So if he's starting like this, I believe that it is a good thing. One thing I'm also excited about is seeing his PR there for the first time, meeting the artist of the year for the first time in their life.
I never knew that was their first time meeting.
Yeah. Kind Ketesi Anod Asamoah Bedu. Sisia Onoye Aisha Modi.
Enabler. He's the industry enabler.
Yeah. So it's a good thing for his brand. I believe that he's going to do a lot. I don't want to see him rest because we are expecting more from him. Okay. It is not just about doing activations and other things. We are looking out for the tours. He's coming out with a new single. We are looking out for it big time. We want it to be big. So there are a lot of expectations around him, but this is something I'm telling the whole world or the whole of Ghana, that people should limit their expectations around him, because this is his first time and he's an artist. Aside him being an artist, he's human. A lot of things can go south. Okay. So limit your expectations around him. But I believe in King Promise. I have loved his works from time back, and I believe that this season he's going to press more next.
I see. Victory, were you so sure King Promise was going to win Artist of the Year in the TGMA? During the competition, during the campaign, whether you believed King Promise was going to win Artist of the Year, at least. I know you're a music follower, so whether you are an industry person or not, you listen to music. Were you so sure King Promise was going to win Artist of the Year?
Actually, I was not sure. I was rooting for someone else.
Stonebwoy.
Yes.
Livingston.
Yeah. That's the connection we have. We are connected in a certain line. So,
I know.
Yeah. So I was expecting him to win, but actually, I was not rooting for King Promise to win. But all the same, I'm happy for him that he won.
Okay. Yeah. After winning, do you expect more from him? Or some people even have this feeling that, Artist of the Year, we need to now about better form. What are your expectations for him after winning, now that he's the Artist of the Year?
Yeah, I felt like he made a promise that night. He said he's going to do his best. He's going to carry the mandate on his health, and he's going to do some more for the industry. So I'm expecting to see more in terms of his music journal. I'm a follower of his music, but I have my own favorites.
Yeah, for sure.
But then, so I'm expecting more from him. I'm expecting him to hit the scene with more huge hits and do more, and let's see how far he goes. Like my brother said earlier on, he said we should expect from him, but at the same time, we should know our expectations from him. And with the kind of music he's doing, I think he's going to go very far. Okay. Very, very far. Yeah.
Why do you think your man lost to King Promise?
Okay, I felt like
Violence.
No, it's not about violence. I felt like two of them might have some kind of understanding somewhere that we don't know about, you know.
Wait. You think what they had some understanding?
Probably. I'm not saying there's something there. Like, I feel like Stonebwoy has been doing his thing for a while, and he needs to give space to King Promise to do his thing. So I think that is the only thing I can
that's what you saw.
Yeah, that's what I saw. So it's like Stonebwoy has been doing it, winning awards, and I feel like this is the time for King Promise to do himself. So he's doing himself. So it's cool.
So you don't think indeed Stonebwoy lost? Like he gave it to him?
No, he didn't lose. Nothing like that. He gave it to him. He wanted his brother to have a feel of it, to have a feel of the whole show and see how best he can handle the whole thing. So I'm happy for the both of them. They are very good artists. I'm very happy for them. And I know he will go far.
I know. Well,
Mama of the industry. She said they actually went to Stonebwoy's house and told him that, "Bruh, wait there."
For real?
Oh, you wasn't that video?
In one of
Sally
man. In one of her
are you sure Sally said that?
Yeah,
that they went to Stonebwoy's house?
Yes.
Okay, are you exaggerating or what?
So it means Victory is saying, you know, he's onto something.
Yeah.
based on what he has said, like
it's based on what he's heard.
Mamaga is just claiming that. I mean, yes. If that's what you wish to happen, obviously you believe her. Because for me, I don't believe Salima. She's been talking like that for some time now. So whatever that she says, I mean, listen to it again or from other source, or who is she to determine who's supposed to get the artist of the year? I mean, who is she? So she was just saying her thing. So for me, she has said it.
Okay.
For sure. But
Okay,
I don't
Chemo,
believe
to continue from there. Again, King Promise celebration and how it's going.
I think so far so good for Kim Promise, and you see in the industry we were seeing him as somebody who is not so interested in what is going on locally.
Okay.
But now he is picking up a new interest that we think it will be good for his career.
Okay.
And so far so good for him. He is connecting with the corporate organizations in a way that we think it is even good for the industry. And again, he is also connecting with the industry folks, and this is what we are looking for. Because of that, I would say that Stonebwoy has done something good that we have to praise him for.
Okay.
And that is, after winning, he did something that people who are following him, or after his win, you have to work so hard to also keep up. Because of what Stonebwoy did after his win. He's been doing something. He's still active, trying to still get at the top there. So for Kim Promise to also take over like the way that it is happening, obviously he can't slack or he can't do less. He has to do more, and so far so good. I think Kim Promise is doing well, and yes, I think let's see how far he can go. But so far so good for me. Yeah.
Okay, Marshall, take it from there. King Promise's win, your expectations for him, and even did you really see him winning?
So I missed that vision at TGM. I missed that. I'm still old school calling Vodafone. So what I think is that King Promise is one of the best artists in the country right now. So him winning is not really surprising. What I'm not aware of is his competition. That if his competitors did more than he did that year. Okay, but based on what I'm hearing so far, it looks like he's the one who deserved to win, and after winning, the moves he's making is good. The only thing I hope is that he can actually, go to Grammys. Like we keep saying, on my way to Grammys.
Why do you want him to go to why do you want him to go to Grammys?
I think for me, I don't see going to Grammys as, you've reached. Just like we were talking yesterday, like if your movie is on Netflix, it means Ghana movie. You as a producer, you've done very well. I don't see that, but I rather think that since it's a standard for certain people in Africa, if someone is able to, go to Grammys with a song and maybe win African Artist of the Year, it's commendable, and it gives more spaces for the person to be in their industry. Okay, like to be part of the Hollywood, stuff going on. So that's the only angle, that opportunities you have after the Grammys. And I see the kind of songs he makes. It's easy for him to, be one of those in that circles, like because Afrobeats. So yeah, he has the potential, and I'm hoping he uses it. I had one person I tipped to be doing that more. That was Kiddy.
Yeah.
And I haven't really heard him do more since his win. Do more than that. But I'm hoping King Promise, based on what he's doing, he's going to really.
Well, there are some people who think there is a genes attached to the Artist of the Year win, and that the moment you win, if you are not careful, you start declining, or your fortune starts winning. Let's see how King Promise handles that. At least Stonebwoy has proven that indeed you can come back and come back and come back. Sarkodie has also proven. Shatawale, Roland will say artist of every year, and it goes on like that. Jometto like that. He keeps coming. So that is what it means. Now let's do this to close for the night or for the day, however you call it. Whilst we were preparing to do our send-off show, Chemo brings a very controversial topic. And this topic actually hinges around my family. Naked, but still, you talk about it. It hinges around my family and friends, but we still would have to handle it. We all know this young talent called Photocopy. Photocopy, of course. Yeah. His dad is a former musician who has dedicated his life to support his child where he could not get to make sure the child gets there. Now he's been signed on as the ambassador to Pizza World, as in the new brand of pizza in town called Pizza World. And according to Chemo, he is not comfortable seeing the young boy signing the contract whilst the father, who is the manager, was standing there looking.
In a legal garden.
Yeah, Chemo thinks that is not right. Well, there are some people who would agree and disagree with him. So I want us to open this up as the final thing for the day, so we can wrap up for the day. But there are videos today. Zion Felix did a video narrating the ambassadorial deal he signed and more. Maybe we can watch it, and when I come back, Chemo will tell us why he seems not to be happy with Kwache. Kwache is actually my friend, though. If it becomes necessary, I'll call him right now on the show to explain to us why he did that. Let's go watch it. I'll be back.
I was say young talents photocopy signing and signing deals. Yes, Walande a Pizza World and there are Oko signing as the face of a year brand. Yes, we can say a year photocopy and in the bush for and it's me Alande photocopy movie beer and to say I was any father it's me count mother and bush for it's me count to say on your big deal say na or signing as a brand ambassador for a Pizza World. Now was saying papa a Kwache it's me a canon tomo and a pimu a Pizza World or the a year pen everything in paper so now it's me announcing as the latest brand ambassador for a year Pizza World a year company no photocopy ebedria or Gia Kunyani who say ne mame ene ni nyaketwa ene bushafo ni team members ni bi so ato santene munyana ebe support photocopy for him to ink the deal as the face of a year Pizza World. Now by nanche and admudina a chassis photocopy ede pen ede tintin paper so what me sign as I say dear photocopy the young talent the young musician ne papa ene kwache eso etonyo no ono na wabe the brand ambassador for a year Pizza World awon baby abun say photocopy the pictures about billboard so na or your commercials a year Pizza World is a brand no and I want to break or sign a year papers for obey the brand ambassador for a year Pizza World. So this is the welcome hack Pizza World for me a year photocopy me now say or say or mutimi exchange contracts now or mutimi assign this year. You say the good news about a year kwachiba photocopy.
We know he's a star boy. Everybody knows him. He's a young guy and he's going to help us promote our products. That's why we signed him.
So, is this your first branch or you have multiple branches?
Please, we have part of the Ashaman branch. We have 7. We have a branch in Takrady, and Takrady we have 2 branches: Monkey Hill, Anaji branch, and then Tapa. Then in Accra we have Domi, we have Kanswa, and now in 22.
Okay, so Snap Finger Pizza World Ambassadorial deal means a lot to me because I've been a very big fan of pizza. You know, I'm a type that I love pizza, shawarma, especially their loaded fries. Yes, that one with the spicy sauce, I love that one. So when I moved into Accra, they didn't have a location here, so like I had to wait. I was trying other places, but I didn't really love it until I found that there was a restaurant called Snap Finger Pizza World. Since then, I'm a big fan. So being a customer / brand ambassador for Snap Finger Pizza World means a lot.
In fact, as soon as a photocopy a Pizza World or more unveiling no as the brand ambassador because yes a tears of joy because it's easy say a young talent like him now with me enya deal BC.
Pizza World. Your superstar is Darren.
Brand ambassador papa.
Pizza World. All right.
Kai Ebrobian Kadem. Kai. I just swear we are
Eat.
Maybe I don't have my formula manager.
I'm saying you shall say 4 years ago, and 4 years ago, this is currently the youngest artist that will grab 6 ambassadorial deals.
Wow.
And a hard work. Michelle, the Nasenanko will be feel to say Enko baby, but in your camera, in your faces today, I'm telling you, I am one of the disappointed musicians in Ghana here. And now me what ideas, now me what plans, now me what never be brihamenti me anye. My impact in na to akwalam. Intimi ya boy adwuma. And some company be able to say brano. No we hu adwuma. Oh yeah. And me buy enso munim. My year adwuma. My over the period of years, 4 years, I me buy to me, man, and say, my yet. Matutu akwan maye niema bebre at least min mama kra mama 28 awards solid awards am you fi America aba ku fi Canada ne aka nyina fi Ghana nti ma boy adwuma and me gusu amebo na me hye mo bon so say wei e ya hyase Africa na ye be hyase because adwuma no wo ye na nkofo hu a everybody wants to associate with you and nyame adom emiri bi atwam yesi ye ni numbers but ene ye kashe Christo die no ene ye wo numbers ene ye timi post to ade akra ma ye nya 10 million views enya no so I believe say ye adwuma ene nyankopon so aboy ena mu nyina so mu ka ho bi mentimi me mo pese me bo bi adi but mu ni mo bo adwuma no de bia mo front line man ye da mo so ase.
Well, Chamo, so tell us why you don't seem cool with the gentleman you allowing the boy to sign.
Legally in Ghana, you can only get into contract which will be enforceable when you are 19 years old. We have exceptions.
Okay.
I mean, we have exceptions to it. So if symbolically you are celebrating the idea that he has the minor, in fact, he celebrated his he will celebrate his 12th birthday on October 19th October will be his birthday.
Oh, okay.
And he will be 12 years. So now he's 11-year-old boy doing his thing. I think so far so good. I think Kwache has done well. We have to praise him.
Commend him.
Yes, I mean he's really pushing, and so far so good for him. And what I'm trying to say is that because the kid can one day say I'm no more interested in the contract and nothing will happen to the kid. The idea is that or a minor only legal capacity to agree to whatever contract that will go on. And we know that Kwachi, apart from being the manager, or some legal guide because or any ba.
Yeah.
Yes, he's the father. And you know, or no, and legally, ebia or sign proper contract. And I say, or negotiation, whatever will go on, and you know, me, I was expecting, say, even symbolically, I think I quatini who say, ebia or sign, not a chronic jnaho. Because you him say a chronic or no age or no bit to me assign contract. Yes, but obey to me an endorsement deal. I mean, say Nana Mac Brown, but even at the time, I'm not on 90 Yempuna or an ambassador. Yes, but we will assume that Nana Mac Brown will be the one or sign a contract. And yet, Akrana own to me 90 and never sign a contract. And for me, I think it's a good news, but the impression, Uncle Yamame.
Okay.
And you know, and I wear a nick Kwachi Hong Kong, even company in so or na organize it, and photocopy in the family, a baba sign it, and na company in to be to say legally no or yet a new time or bit me a sign a contract and be a legal guide no and sign it. And you know, company no so I can sign it there. Obviously, they can do it, but my thing is me who you know. Uncle Yamami, I don't see it as a right thing. That is it. By still, yem praise photocopy ne team, especially ne father as a manager and at the same time a father of a boy. I was pushing to this point. Whatever that happens within our company, news, we will get to hear of it. And so I'm praising him for, and I'm saying, yeah, he should do his thing, but I didn't see it as a right thing.
Okay, so you were not expecting him, the young guy, to sign?
To sign anything, even if it is symbolic.
Okay.
Yes.
Even if it is symbolic?
Yes.
Wow. Wow, okay.
Because it is giving an impression. Say, a young guy can go into contract with the company. Or no, never sign. That's the impression that it is giving. That's why I'm saying.
Okay. Yes, Marshall, so where you come from, I know this is very hard there. Do you disagree with Chemo?
I don't really disagree with him, but I'm indifferent about this. Let me say this. I feel there's no problem with them signing their own contract, like the father signing their own contract, and then Photocopy, you know, acting, you know, doing a ceremonial signing because he's the main artist who has the deal.
That's the word, yeah.
And it helps, you know. I don't think there is anything wrong. It would have been wrong if it was a real contract he was signing. But if it's not the main, and it doesn't come across as negative.
But as it stands now, we are still not sure whether it was ceremonial or it was the real one.
No, it can never be the real contract. It can't.
Then you are making my point.
No, it can never be the real contract because, just as you said, the kid doesn't have capacity to sign the contract. The kid is a minor in the first place, so the kid cannot sign a contract. So even if it's the raw one, it will not be accepted in court if there is any litigation later. So now that it's like this, we all assume it's ceremonial. And if ceremonial, it doesn't come across negatively. For me, I feel it's fine. It shows that, yes, although he's a father representing the kid has also shown consent in some way, and is also enjoying the process of signing for Pizza World.
Okay. Well, let me go on to Victory. Victory, your opinion on this?
So I guess
I'm trying to, let me add that I'm trying to call the father, but looks like he's been busy. They are still eating the pizza, so.
I'm going to put him on the spot.
Yes, I was going to actually put him on the spot. I wanted to get his opinion quick on this, but he's not picking my call yet, but we can go continue. Yes. Go ahead.
All right, so my view on this is that I felt like the father was just trying to introduce the son to the spotlight.
Exactly. You see, sometimes, in fact, let me support this your point even before you continue. Sometimes the man feels that as much as he's the father, the young man needs all the spotlight.
Yes.
So everything, he wants the boy to front, like, okay, go. Because when the boy goes indirectly, he also follows.
Yeah.
You can continue,
right,
Victory.
so the point is that I felt like the father wanted him to have a spotlight on how to handle himself going forward. Like Marshall said, I don't think that would have been the real thing. I feel like the real thing has been done already somewhere. And they felt like, let's just break this out to give the boy the spotlight to know how to face the cameras or face the crowd itself and how to handle himself in terms of things like this. Well, regarding the contract to minors, he's a kid. And like Marshall said, it doesn't hold in court in case there is any issue that comes along the line, litigations. So my point here is that, will the boy be able to handle what comes after the whole scene? Will he be able to handle the backlash from the public? Are they going to go easy on the boy, or they are going to go hard on the boy? So the father has to be prepared with that. Can he handle it? So that's my take on that. And I feel like the father is just being a father. And I feel like, yes, he's just putting the boy there to market himself, put himself out there, market himself very well. And just, I as a father, I would have taken the same thing. I would have done the same thing. Put him out there. But then the real deal has been signed behind the scene. I would have done that. Yes.
Okay, so Chemo, what would you have advised? Because you even hate the ceremonial thing. Oh, sorry, hate is a strong word. Because you don't even like the ceremonial. What would have been ideal for you?
Yeah, for me, they could have done it without us seeing the boy signing anything.
Okay.
Like, if you want to give the spotlight.
He's the ambassador.
Yeah, so you can introduce to us that he's the ambassador. Like, I'm saying Nana Mama Brown, the same thing happened. We didn't see the kid signing anything.
Nana's daughter was so young.
No, they argue me say, oh no, they couldn't make it happen. But photocopy, they make it happen.
Yes, but the point I'm also making is that without us seeing the kid doing anything like that, it didn't take anything away from putting the kid on the spotlight.
But don't you think it's the same way? It doesn't take anything away from the kid or the father for doing something ceremonial.
No, you see, we know the law. That's why we are assuming that what he did is ceremonial.
So you think that there's a chance it's a real contract?
Yes.
No. They'd be crazy to do that.
Yeah. You see, at this point, even if there's a chance, or even if that's what they did, obviously they will come out to say that, oh, it was ceremonial. We shouldn't take it seriously. That's how, because when they were doing it, they didn't give any disclaimer that this is a ceremonial thing.
True.
And if it is ceremonial, there was no need for them to sign or show anything. They can just introduce the boy as the new ambassador for the product. And then we will be good, because we know that the boy cannot sign the contract. We know that thing already. So if they are letting us see that the boy is signing, it means they want us to know that the boy signed the contract.
No.
And that's the wrong part of the whole thing. That's why I'm saying that there was no need to show that part. You see, all the things that they did there was okay, except the part that the boy was the one signing the contract.
Let me give you a counter example. You see, when you win a lottery, or maybe you win a tournament and they give you a check, that huge picture check that they give. It's not the one you take to the bank,
obviously,
right? But they hand it over to you, and then you hold it and you're happy you have the check now. They have the real check over there. Some things are ceremonial, and it helps the brand. Like, it helps the kid know that, oh, I signed a contract. Everybody is going to know the kid has a direct contract. Look, it's not going to look the same if the father is the one signing the contract for the kid.
Not to show the signing part.
It doesn't take anything away from them. For me, that's my opinion. I don't think anything is...
Well, okay, take over from there. Let's get your opinion on this.
I think I'm already loving the conversation. But, we know Kwache has been in the industry for quite a long time. So when it comes to issues like this, he has knowledge about it. But also, I don't...
Wait. Being in the industry for a longer time does not mean you have knowledge.
That's what I'm saying. I believe. I'm not saying he has or he knows. I believe. And also, with the company, I don't think that their legal team will advise that.
But you see, in the era of social media and trends, some of these things beat so many people. Because they want the trend. See how Zion Felix was doing the narration and the exaggeration. The company wants it. This is what they would want to see. Charlie, we just checked. It was one night and about 12K views. Yeah, Charlie, that is what they are looking for. It's not, well, you continue, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that their legal team will not say that let the boy sign the real deal. Because at the end of the day, if the boy decides to say, see, I'm not doing this thing again, you cannot even hold him responsible because he's a minor. You've lost. You understand? So this is a lose to the company. They've already lost. If that was the real deal, the boy signed. I am believing that, like everybody is saying, this was ceremonial and it helps build the boy's confidence. So that is what I am trying to believe, that the manager signed the real deal, backdoors, and then they just did something for camera and other things. It's fine with me. But if this is the real contract the boy is signing, then I think that they should go back and do it again because it will not hold. One day the man and his son can take the money and say that we are not doing again. And you cannot hold the boy. You cannot even hold the man. Because he didn't sign the contract. Maybe you try and hold him as a witness. You understand? But he never signed the contract. So to the company and to the boy and his management, the company, if this is the real contract, then please, you guys have to do the needful. Not it, then we're already loving it. Charlie, 1 hour, 12K views. This is what they want. They are getting all their attention. So, and it's good for their business. It's good for their business because now everybody knows there is something called Pizza World. So they would like to try it. So it is absolutely good for their business. The only thing I stand against is the fact that if this is the real contract, then it is wrong. The company is losing in advance.
I don't think in any world this is the real contract.
That's what I'm saying. We are just.
I'm 100% sure. I'm not there, but I
100.
think.
Right now we don't.
Anything is possible.
We don't keeping it 100.
We don't know the real story.
Marshall is keeping it 100.
Yeah. I don't think because, come on, just as you said, he's been in the industry for a very long time, and he must know. And even if you haven't been in the industry, we all know minors cannot engage in legal products. Okay, so this is just basic, and even the lawyers of the other company, mind you, they are the ones who prepare.
Masha, hold it. I wanted to say something about the other company. Pizza World. We don't know them to be KFC. We don't know them to be any multinational company who might have this. They are legal. Pizza World could be your setup.
I'll have a legal.
Okay, maybe even to your level and understanding.
Yeah.
But if it is a Sammy Flex, trust me, I'll also be thinking about the eyeballs. Charlie, Kwara penasem, and then Kwara netre mama si koto pizza mai. The boy is an icon for young people. Let him be on the thing and sign. Charlie, now man phone share a blog has been posted. That is me. You understand? So until we get to know the background of Pizza World, to know that indeed they also understand some of these legal loopholes that might arise in the future. Let's take our time. And then they are legal.
I think you. Only 12-year-old boy and sign contracts. You know, so you won't do that,
bro.
So in preparation of the document itself,
bro, let me be very honest. Until Chemo raised it, I thought it was a no-brainer.
You thought it was what?
A no-brainer, like no big deal.
Yeah.
No, I'm being honest. Like I won't hide it.
For me, it's not a big deal. I feel it's
exactly.
ceremonial thing.
But
for
you, a big deal.
For you, no. For you, say like the real contracts, no. Would you like to? You wouldn't do it.
That's what I'm saying. Until Chemo raised it and made an issue out of it.
You mean like it's not a big deal for you?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, I never thought about it. I'm being very honest. I don't hide it. Until Chemo raised, I thought, whether ceremonial or real, it was not. Yeah.
And many people.
No, if you like, Masha, take your phone right now. Go under the video, read comments, and see if someone will raise that issue.
And the boy do well. He fought. This one worldwide.
Bro, you continue. When you are done, I'll read out the comments that are coming there. Continue, Ro. Take it from there.
In the afternoon, I was surfing on the internet, and I saw GH Kwaku's page. The boy is now like a brand ambassador for another company. We've been following this guy for quite some time, and I know he signed on to other companies as well. So, seeing him doing this, for me, I am one of the advocates for kid stars because I believe they also impact in their own world and stuff. So, that guy or Photocopy is one boy that I love so much. I've seen him perform and stuff, so I follow him. So when I saw the post, I was like, oh, yo, congratulations to this guy. At least, if not for anything at all, he's bringing that eyeballs to that side of the industry. But I also felt very uncomfortable when I saw him.
Oh, wait. So once again, I'm coming. I just checked. In 2 hours, the video now has 16K. 16K views with 32 comments. I've scanned all the 32 comments. It is only one person, one Gollywood Pictures, who has said, do minor sign or enter contract. And also Jimmy Nkwa. Apart from that, the rest of the people, congratulations. So out of the 32 people, it's only one person. And the crumple will be out there and say, how about baby Maxine Krasini? Will be out there also.
Baby Maxine sign contract.
I'll say, how about baby Maxine Krasini? And I do Adelaide Trewa, what Jimmy? I say, what Jimmy? I can't know a Gollywood picture. Adelaide Trewa, the lady who actually made that comment. Adelaide Trewa, Jimmy, or Diana Samuel. So you see, out of 32, I can let me scan through some of the comments. 32 comments. The first one, wow. I beg, forget the hard work. Who they work hard past analyst. The heat and someone is thinking about the heat and the sweaters. Someone said, I'm proud of his parents. They have really done well. The boy is well trained. He will go far. Kudos to the parents. What's the work of the bodyguard? Congratulations. Congrats, champ. Congrats. Ha, funny. Proud of you. Wow. Congratulations. See? How many people are thinking?
Oh, but I said, I said congratulations, but or count for the whole event contract, no. But not for or signing.
The person who is scared will not say congratulations first. Chemo, I know, is happy for their win.
Yeah.
Because Chemo is like a friend to the father as well, and he knows the father work closely with me.
But because he's interested in law,
exactly.
He's paranoid.
That's what I'm saying. Because he is interested in it, he did not say congratulations first. Though I know in him.
So you're paranoid because
he is happy
you're always
for him.
anticipating.
You're
always anticipating problems.
When I saw the post, I also felt very, very uncomfortable because I've also been in the industry for a while, and I know how the informal side of doing business is very dominant in our space. And we know the consequences of going into business the informal way. Sometimes, today, just this afternoon, I've been cautioning the brother, I think Bright Ashkas, who was advertising one lady as a singer and saying, oh, they don't have a budget, but they would still want to have a promo plan and whatever, and they would still want to release. And I was telling him that, bro, we don't want another story of we blow a friend on Fabio Mo. And we will go and ask, did you guys sign contract? Oh no, you are doing, Name Buano. No, it is not a charity. It is not Ghana Music, your friends, a Ghana Entertainment Foundation thing. This is a business industry, and we should treat it as such. So for me, as much as at the first glance, I was very happy for the boy. Because, like I said, this is somebody that I have at heart. But after seeing him put pen on paper, that was when I was taken aback. I was like, no, we should not encourage this. Because you see, there are people who are also following these guys. And unfortunately, some of them may be ignorant. Maybe to them, they may know the legal conversations to this, and they may want to even treat this as ceremonial. But we know in this industry, there will be people who would see this and say, oh, maybe I can sign a contract. And that will be the main deal. Things will go south, and you hold them, or you go at them, and the stories, you're the movie crank, you're the part crank be series. And sometimes when we come back to have this conversation, I feel always very uncomfortable. And especially if it has to do with people who have been in the industry for quite some time and are supposed to know better. Me, I always say that. See, whatever there is to know in this industry, if you are a newbie, it takes 5 years. After 5 years, whatever there is to know, you know. How to make money, how they can mess you up, how people can collapse your business, how people would want to destroy you, like how to be happy in this industry. After 5 years, if you don't learn all of these, or if you don't go through all of these phases, forget this industry is not for you. So for him, or for the manager as Kwache, who is leading this guy, me, if they wanted to do this ceremonial, this is how I wanted to see it. Like, okay, the father has signed a contract, whether closed doors or in public. The boy or the company is the one handing over the copy of the contract to the boy. Then they take a photo. That's it. So in that aspect, a legal guardian has signed the contract, and it is being presented to the ambassador. That is how I want to see it, even if it is ceremonial. Because, Marshall, you raised the dummy check conversation. The dummy check, whatever information is on the dummy check, is not written in public. It is written in private and presented in public. The information, okay, the person has been awarded $5 million. It is written from wherever it is coming from. And it is being presented to the person in public. And that is in its entirety ceremonial. We know that the person will not carry that bonus check to the bank. No. But then, we know because it is ceremonial, this is how we want to present it. So there is no official signing even on that. You understand? So that is how I was expecting them to do this. So for me, I was not surprised. I as well went through some of the comments under some of the pages that this particular post were made. And of course, so many people. So that is where I started cringing and I was like, no, Charlie, we are sending some bad signals to people in the space. Because I know how my space is. I know. See, it is just some few people who have, who are very conscious about the fact that, Charlie, yes, I trust you, you trust me. But let's do it the right way and just take our hands off it. Because sometimes I get so much brokenhearted when even veterans, like people that I know, Senko did $50 million buy industry, nim so yeah, pen conform on with the anima. Money ever from so okay, mundi and him chase can. It will interest you to know that if care is not taken, sometimes about half of those people who are like literally leaders of this industry, like are very ignorant of how things roll, especially in this time.
Okay.
And sometimes it breaks my heart. So it is one of the reasons why, as people who pose as we are abreast with the current ways of doing stuff, we don't have to commit some of these blunders. Because at the end of the day, you say, okay, if you're more personal, those things were not taken serious. But see, I can tell you for the past 5 years or a decade, we've seen more legal issues than any other decade in our industry. From copyright to some of these Masino, post, and the person, that is the excuse. But meanwhile, the person has, and yes, I said, we are not even talking about minors. We are talking about people who are of legal age that have penned their signatures to contracts and have just gone like this kind of So when I saw this, I was like, Charlie.
Yeah, by the way, Roland prompted me to look at it.
I was like, no, Chemo, Ebia, I am overthinking or my but
all right,
is this the right way? If it is not, for me, I will just send a word of caution to Kwache. Because this is not the first time I have seen a boy do this. Let me put it on record. This is not the first time. This is not the first time. He signed, I think, Coco King or so.
King.
Thank you. Yeah. The same thing happened. I remember that time when we were at Base 1. He was sent to some porridge company, be too like that. Similar. And I feel very uncomfortable. But this time, Kwache Classic. I beg you, if you are watching this, yes, whether it is ceremonial or not, maybe you have no idea the kind of influence your boy had, like he gets. It is very big, and he is an icon to so many people who would also, including parents who would want their children to be kid stars like
the
him.
Same lane, yeah.
So please, if there are people who may not be so much knowledgeable in some of the ways we do things in this industry, you are the standard for them. And you are supposed to let them know that, whether in public or in private, whether ceremonial or not, this should not be done. Let's not encourage this practice. The company there, like you raised, they may have legal friends and partners or whatsoever. That's just on the side. But power on. Yeah, like let's not. Me, I wouldn't want us to go to that side much because see, we may all have legal backings, but there's been so many situations that we still do business the informal way. You see, even sometimes we neglect our legal backing, go and do the business, a Pascal, then we go and call them. It happens to almost everybody in the industry. I know how our industry operates. So please, Kwache, from a brother to another brother, please, next time, yes, let's take a critical look at some of these things. It is nothing wrong for your boy to be signed. For me, I'm very happy. And like you said in your presentation, the boy is signed to 6 companies. Charlie, even the top people crying, how many of them get 2 or 3? So for a kid star to get that form of your friend saying capital is good, and it's good for our industry. But then these are some of the small things that we should look out for, so that Ochinebi say obi ba no be and I'm a fair photocopy so I'm posty and I'm posty no friends say I'm posty empo me and I can so I'm posty and I who picture now your mental health cause to say that obi who say mental health cause nonsense. Mental health cause we can stand behind you and have the conversation for you. If not the legal way, at least court of public opinion. We can also defend you for you to still keep that your brand equity, for you to be the big star that we are all hoping you become. So this is just what I have to say about it. For me, I wasn't so comfortable, but then I would still say congratulations to Photocopy, congratulations to the company, and I know for them to go for Photocopy, then it means that the others, they did good for the others, which is why they are even enticed to sign the boy on. So I would say congratulations to them for doing good business. Congratulations to the manager, Kwache Classic, and also to the young star Photocopy.
Well, so we are wrapping up. Shatawale says we should be drinking more Coke. Yeah, so I want to pour my last Coke.
The last time somebody spelled Coke. Not King, you know.
Yes, I'm pouring my last Coke, then we can say goodbye to our brother.
Are you sure it's Coke?
Yeah, Coke. Then it will. Marshall, it's been good knowing Marshall. It's been a week of having him on our shows, and I think he's a great guy.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with him on our movie production as well. Because he's a script writer, it is going to be great as well. We were supposed to actually do this with another brother from France, aka Bona. But Bona is late, so we still have to say goodbye to the show until maybe we have another session with Bona some other time. Marshall, finally, Sammy Flex TV, and give us an endorsement. This one be dollar endorsement.
Hello viewers. Hello Ghana. I'm Fabian Hello viewers from across the world, especially Ghana and America. Keep watching Sammy Flex TV. Is the best.
Yep. Yapon is the best. She'll be a
so Bona could not enter. I wanted Bona to still be the signature of the show. What is happening? I wanted matches I wanted Bona to be the signature of the show. No, open for him, let them enter.
Waba Mensaka
You're a superstar. Ya chen wa se Brian je shey ni wa mantem. Pa. Ni e chen wa se Brian je shey ni wa ma. Alright guys. Muna just entered and we are sure going to do something with him some time ago.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Push sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.